So I think we have our group, and let's begin our practice. Grab a Kleenex box because today we're going to do single nostril breathing. So the Kleenex box, we're going to be cleaning the channels out, kind of removing debris, things like that. This is single nostril breathing is meant as a preliminary before actual pranayama. So, pranayama is like the retention of cosmic energy. It isn't something we actually have really practiced, maybe in very mild forms, but this helps people build up to that ability. So, it doesn't have as many risks as actual pranayama could have if we don't do it properly. And I'll just share the story if you got my email. The story is many of you have heard it, but as a reminder, I had lost a son who was 9 days old in 2010. He had to have a procedure for blood transfusions before birth. And so I had been through this procedure. So fast forward, it's a blood transfusion in utero. I had another son a couple years after that, and he had to undergo the same procedure 3 times in utero blood transfusions. He also had to do that 3 times after birth. Well, before, by this time, I had already been teaching yoga. And so my son, my third son, in before doing his procedure, I was lying in the hospital bed waiting for the anesthesiologist. And for about 5 minutes or less, I was practicing single nostril breathing. So I had already a lot of memories and loss and difficult feelings to deal with. Um, because it poses a risk to the child in terms of having early birth. So, anyway, I practiced this and I was in such a calm state. You would not know that I was about to undergo such a thing. And when the anesthesiologist came in, he actually just looked at me from afar, looked back at his colleagues, and say, "Did somebody already administer to her? Because she looks like she's taken care of." And it was it was the breath work that really got me in that space. So now we're all in this difficult time. Sometimes we have difficult emotions. We need to be able to control ourselves to some degree so that the imagination doesn't run wild, and other things. But let's just go into the practice so that we can experience it. So have your Kleenex or tissue handy and just sit up nice and tall. So I'm seated on my knees, on my shins right now. Seated. I can't speak today. I'm seated on my heels, um, and that feels good to me. So I'm just gonna stay there. If you'd rather be on your bottom, on a block, on a blanket, whatever it is, let's roll the shoulders a few times and just kind of loosen up. And actually, let's add something different too. So we're rolling the shoulders. We're going to take the hand and create a fist and actually start to hit, just kind of bang the chest, like right in the center. Take a few deep breaths. You can move around. And you can go a little bit lower towards the xiphoid process, where there's cartilage right at the base of the rib cage. And it's kind of like a restart button. And then just release. So we're going to take one hand, if you're your dominant hand, so I'm dominant hand, right hand. I'm going to bring the first and second fingers down and have my third and fourth up and my thumb. If that feels crazy to you, you're going to just use your hand just like this. So we're going to be alternating our breath through the nostrils. And then you will, depending on what you're using, you're going to use either your pinky. If you're doing this, you're using your pinky and your thumb. If you're doing this, you're using your thumb and your third finger. Okay, so what we're going to do first is you're going to close on the same hand. I'm just going to say it for righties. Lefties, you're just going to have to adjust to me, and do the opposite. We're going to close the right nostril and slowly inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril. Now just do this a few more times. So inhale through right nostril. Cover right, exhale through left. Go ahead and inhale through left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. So we're going to release the hand for a moment because I want us to just do one extra thing. We're going to incorporate Ujjayi Pranayama with this. So if you weren't already, you might have noticed a specific sensation and also a cleaning of the nose. So now go ahead and take a breath in through the nose. Fog out through the mouth. Fog in through the mouth. Close the mouth. Exhale through the nostrils. Slowly inhaling. And exhaling. Keep the constriction in the throat at this time. So you're still forming Ujjayi Pranayama, but now we're going to continue with the closing of alternate nostrils. So let's begin again. When you're ready, you'll close the right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Go through one more cycle. And then just release the hand from the nose and be with this for a moment. Okay. When you're ready, come down to the back. Once you're on the back, bring the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. We're going to roll to the right side of the body. So kind of like you're sleeping. Oh, they do call this a fetal position, right? So we're going to bring the right arm underneath the right side of the face to pillow the head. And then go ahead and hold the left ankle with the left hand and bring the left knee to face forward. Now take the left shoulder and circle it a few times. Just draw this left shoulder back. Another deep breath. Left knee on top of the right knee. You can bring both knees to center and then come all the way over to the left side of the body. Pillow the head, right hand holding right foot, bringing that knee forward. So left knee stays to the left, right knee facing forward. Now start to roll this right shoulder. Send the shoulder back. Bring knee to knee, and then go ahead and come back to center. Let's go pick up the hips for a moment and then just set them down so you can align the hips. Bring the knees a little closer into the chest, and then we're going to take the legs skyward and come right into a candlestick posture. So bring the arms down alongside the body, flex the feet. Notice the tightness in the back of the legs. Point the feet. See if you can keep the feet together and just begin to flex and point and give these muscles an opportunity to just come into gentle movement before we work more deeply with them. Okay, let's go ahead and release the legs, bring them all the way down to the mat. So we're going to incorporate movement of opposite limbs, just in the spirit of this, what we were doing earlier with alternate nostril breathing. So on the next inhalation, lift the right leg and the left arm. So alternate limbs, right leg and left arm. Just be here for a moment. We're going to pick up the pace in a moment. Just notice what this feels like. On the next exhalation, lower the leg and the arm down. On the inhale, lift the left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower. So let's pick up the pace. You might want to drop that ujjayi breath and leave that constriction in the throat and just let the air be forceful in and out through the nose. So in the next inhale, lift right leg and left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Continue. Give yourself up completely to this movement and this breath. Once more, both sides. And then we're going to inhale all the limbs up. So everything's just straight up. You can bend the knees if you need to. And now, if you have any issues with high blood pressure, you're just going to stay right here without changing the breath, just breathing deeply. Otherwise, you can come into breath of fire with me. So those are pulsing exhalations. The belly is going to be pressing out with every exhale. So go ahead. Actually, be pressing in with the exhale, excuse me. So deep breath in, and then pulse. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. Come back to that victorious breath with the constriction. Roll over to the right side of the body. And as we did before, keep the right knee facing right, but bring the left hand to left foot and let left knee face forward. As you're here, pull the pelvis in, get a little bit deeper into the quadricep. Keep the left shoulder moving back. Left knee on top of right. Now let's come into a reverse twist here. So you can bring your right arm out in front of the chest and then open the left arm to come out to the left, bringing left shoulder blade to the mat. Turn the head to the left. So it's a simple spinal twist, but we came into it a little differently. Close the left arm on top of the right. Come back to center. Roll to the left side. And keep left knee facing left, holding right foot. Take right knee forward. Send the right shoulder back. Pull the pelvis in. And we'll bring knee on top of knee. Take the left arm out in front of the chest. And then open the right arm out to the right. Come into simple spinal twist. Turn the head to the right. Right shoulder blade down. You can close. Come back to center. And then we're going to take a big transition to child's posture. So you could rock up, you could cross ankles, you can take a vinyasa right here if you want. You know, we all have a different intensity of our practice. So just honor that. And then we're meeting with knees spread apart, big toes together, lowering the trunk. Now you can have knees closer together and even touching, as long as that doesn't compromise how low the trunk can go. So if you can keep it low and let the forehead down, then that's fine. I'm going to take 4 more deep breaths. Count the inhalation and the exhalation. Let them match in length. That means you really have to control and pace, and it's without thinking, right? So just maybe let your fingers kind of tap number of seconds for inhale. Match the exhale. You'll see if you need to slow down or pick it up. But let the inhalation determine the length of the exhalation. Okay, so see if you can get to 6-second inhalation and 6-second exhalation. And then maintain this as best as you can. Keep coming back to it. We're going to rise up to table posture, hands and knees. And once we're on the hands, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, let's just move through a few cat-cows here. So inhaling, expanding the belly, the chest, looking forward. Exhaling, emptying the lungs. Use the belly to get that air out. So contracts. Inhale, filling, head lifting. Exhale, emptying, head coming down. Take a few of these. Okay. So from here, let's come into downward facing dog. You can step the hands forward a step, roll over the toes, lift the hips, take the knees, and maybe alternate bending them, straightening. Maybe swaying hips or shaking the head out. If you ever have questions about modifying something, feel free to email me or ask me in the chat box that I can answer it after class. We're going to come to downward facing dog where we can focus for a moment, just kind of letting the body become just a little bit more still. And then coming into a clearing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. From here, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. If that doesn't work, table posture works and you can lift the right leg. So we're going to move this leg a little bit, explore, and then step the right foot between the hands. Bring the left heel down. We'll rise up to Warrior A, Virabhadrasana, letter Ka. So once that right knee is lunging and we feel that the bottom of the structure is solid and balanced, then we can start to lift the trunk, and we can maybe take the arms upwards. And as we're here, we're pulling the pelvis in and sinking further into the right knee. Straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, bring the hands behind to have hands hold opposite elbows. Shift the left toes so they're facing forward. And then on the next inhale, lift the heart, look up. As you exhale, begin to take the heart forward. So you might kind of come halfway down or less than halfway down. You might be able to come halfway down. Now we're just going to take a nice 2 deep breaths here. Release the arms, bend into the right knee, and then plant the hands. Let's lift the right foot and step it back. Now you can either come into a vinyasa or you can rest. So let's go ahead and take a vinyasa together if you're going that way. Pull the pelvis in, bend the elbows to lower, keep the elbows in towards the waist. Inhale, press into your back bend, tops of the feet to the mat, maybe upward facing dog, hips up, or cobra, hips down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, next inhalation, lift the left leg. Find some movement. Exhale, left foot between the hands, right heel presses down. Warrior A once again. Work with the legs first. Then when you're ready, inhale the trunk up and the arms. Pull the pelvis in. Sink in. We're going to bring that left leg so we can straighten it and then bring the hands behind. Find opposite elbows with the hands. Pivot the right toes so they're facing forward a little bit more. Look upwards. And then with straight legs, start to hinge forward, taking the heart forward. Once you feel like this is it, this is where I can go without bending my back and rounding it, then stay there. Remembering it's irrelevant how far we get into a posture. What matters is that we're breathing deeply through it. Release the arms, bend into the left knee, plant the palms, lift the left foot, step it back, exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to come to table posture for a moment. Right from table posture, bring the elbows down And lift the forearms, move the wrists in circles. Rotate them the other way. Okay, so from here we'll come to table posture. Next inhale, lift the right leg behind, bend the knee. Bring weight into the right hand and take left hand to the right ankle or shin or foot, and then kick your foot into the hand. Now, if that doesn't work, just keep the right leg lifting behind into a spinal balance. Right leg lifting straight behind is the alternative. Okay, one more breath. Ooh. Exhale, lower the knee and the left hand. Inhale, lift the left leg, bend the knee, bring weight over to the left hand, right hand finds left foot. Kick the foot into the hand. That's actually going to create stability because it activates the muscles that we need to be here. Release, lower, come right into child's posture. Knees apart, trunk lowers. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's rise back up to table posture. Before we go further, let's stretch the wrists. So turn the fingers to face the knees, palms down. If you need a little bit more, you're sending the hips back. Turn the hands to face forward. Now just bring one hand down to the mat with the fingers facing back, but the top of the hands on the mat. Top of the hand on the mat. Release. Take a circle with that hand. Set it down. Switch. Top of the hand down. Fingers face the knee. Maybe sending hips back. And release. A circle with the hand. Okay, come back to downward facing dog. Hands down. Roll over the toes. Lift the knees. Lift the hips. See if this posture is changing. It is changing, but can you notice those changes? Next inhalation, lift the right leg up towards the sky again. On the exhale, bring the right foot between the hands. We're going to come back up into our warrior A. Left heel down, reach the arms up. Now you have an option. So, oh, my microphone thing fell. You have an option. I want to be able to have different levels here, right? So that means you have to be aware of your body and make decisions by being very attuned to the way that you're feeling. So at this time, you might stay in a warrior A, or if you'd like to come into standing splits, you're going to bring hands down, walk the hands forward, and lift the left leg, straighten the right leg. This is where blocks come in handy. If it's hard to get the hands down, but you want to be here, then you would just adjust. One more deep breath wherever you are. I'm going to set this left foot down. If you were in a standing splits, come back up into warrior A. And then we're all going to straighten the legs. Bring the hands behind where we were before. Find opposite elbows with the hands. Shift the left toes to face forward. Lift the chest, look upwards. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward. Send the right hip back, left hip forward. Now, some are going to want to stay here, and you can take some deep breaths and continue to focus on this. Others might want to take this further and come into a revolving half moon. So if you want to go there, you'll bring the hands down, walk the hands forward, and then lift the left leg. The left leg is lifted, so revolving, we're going to keep the left hand down, drop the left hip, and pick up the right arm. Spread the left toes. Remember, it's irrelevant where you are as long as you're breathing deeply. Exhale, right hand down. We'll all go ahead and have the left foot planted, lunge into the right knee, plant the hands, lift the right foot, maybe take a vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog where we're all going anyway. Okay, and once you're there, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pick up the left leg. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior A. So you're either here, focusing on this, which is very challenging in itself to hold, or you're going to go into a standing splits, bringing hands down, walking hands forward, lifting right leg, and straightening the left leg. Another deep breath. Those in standing splits, take the right foot to the back of the mat. You can rise up to warrior A, and then we'll all straighten the left leg, bring hands behind, find opposite elbows. Shift your right toes so that they're facing forward. Look upwards. Exhale, hinge forward. Send the left hip back, right hip forward. Now, either you're staying here and focusing on this is a challenging posture, or you're going to go into a revolving half moon, bringing the hands down, you can lunge into the left knee, pick up the right leg. So we start in this standing splits. Then right hand stays down, drop the right hip, pick up the left arm. Spread the right toes. Exhale, left hand down, and we'll all have the left knee lunging so we can plant the palms, lift the left foot, lower, come into a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come into table posture. Threading the needle. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Come down to the right side of the face. 5 deep breaths, even breaths. Look for maybe a 6-second inhalation, 6-second exhalation. See if you can get longer. Some can get it up to 10. Now, if you had the left arm down the whole time, go ahead and lift it and wrap it around the back. Maybe find the right thigh and hold the right thigh with the left hand. Exhale the left palm down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the arm through. Come down to the left side of the face. Deep, rhythmic breath. Maybe this right arm lifts and wraps around the back and finds the thigh, or just, wherever it goes. Another deep breath. Bring the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up and set the hand down. So as we did before, now if the wrists are getting tired, just notice if it's a matter of pain, that's one thing, then you'll want to get off the wrists and come to the forearms. If it's a matter of I could feel them more, it might be just because we're strengthening them. And so just kind of be aware of those subtleties. Go ahead and inhale the right leg behind like we did before. So coming into spinal balance. Now, you can stay here, or you can take the left arm forward, or you can bend the right knee. Okay? And then if you have the knee bent, see if you can find the foot again like we did before. So you're going to find the variation that works best for you, gives you a proper amount of challenge. 2 more deep breaths. Exhale, lower, and then we'll switch sides. Find your variation. Left leg lifts behind. And release. Now we're coming into a pigeon's posture. So you can lift the right leg behind and then set the right knee down next to the right hand, slide the left leg back. This right foot, the placement is determined on how open you are in the hips. So the more open you are, the further left it'll be. With the hips level, that's your tester. If the hips are level, then the foot can go further to the left. You can also bring the foot underneath the right hip if you have a little bit more tightness there. And then we'll fold and make sure the head isn't much lower than the back, so you can elevate the head with support. Could be hands or blocks. Now just roll over the back toes for a moment and lift the left knee. Take a nice breath here. And lower the left knee, relax the left leg. So I'm going to count the breaths just in case it's hard to do, just to help out. So go ahead and clear the exhalation out through the mouth. And then we'll begin to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can keep going at this pace. Let's start to come out of this. So that might have been like a 3-minute hold. Start to rise and look for something that feels good to do after that. So that might be a table posture, right leg moving behind, might be a three-legged downward facing dog. Just see what works. And then when you're ready, start to come into the other side, lifting left leg behind, knee to left hand, right leg slides back. Adjust the position of this left foot so that your hips are balanced, but you feel ample stretching. Okay, and then when you're ready, begin to lower. You're just coming into this, you might notice that difference between the left side and the right side, that right side is already feeling more open. This left side just needs a few minutes to catch up. So let's come back into that even breath that I'll start to count, and then you'll take it from there. Let's clear breath out through the mouth first. And then inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Now, just to be even, continue to breathe deeply, but roll over the back toes and lift that back knee. And then lower it down, and we'll take maybe 5 more breaths. Now, this is a posture you can do every day. I really actually highly recommend that you do this every single day, especially in the evening after you've already been utilizing and semi-using these muscles. Go ahead and rise and find that left leg moving behind. Now, you can do that posture while you're watching television, but I really recommend, or listening to beautiful music. So I recommend listening to beautiful, calming music while doing it, or even reading a book. Breathing deeply, reading a book, and just sitting in that pigeon's posture for long periods. Okay, so especially if you have hip issues, back issues, get yourself in that posture more often. We're going to bring the left knee down and then come up to standing on the knees. Bring the hands to the hips, pull the pelvis in, and begin to take the heart up into a camel posture. If you can go deeper, that's fine, but we're only going to be here 3 breaths. And start to bring the back to neutral. Hands down, cross ankles, come to a seat, and extend the left leg in front of you. Left leg in front, right foot to the left thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands behind the thigh. This is what we did yesterday. We're going to do it again today. So inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower. Now maybe you can walk the hands a step forward. Inhale, lift, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows lower. Maybe walk the hands further forward. So you're going to keep walking the hands forward on the exhale if it's appropriate for the body, and you can keep the spine long. So we're going to take a few more breaths. If you have hands behind the thigh, you're just focusing on that, flexing the foot back, maybe bending the knee if that helps keep the spine lifted. Another deep breath. And add one more. And then inhale, lift. Plant the right foot next to the left leg. Bring the right hand behind, fingers face back. Lift the left arm on the inhale. Exhale the left elbow outside the right knee. Get tall. And then press into that knee to twist. Flex the left foot. And inhale, come to center. Extend the right leg, left foot to the thigh. Flex the right foot. Maybe bend the right knee if that helps. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands under the thigh to start. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows to pull the trunk lower. Maybe walk the hands forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows. Maybe hands walk. Continue. And inhale, rise. Plant the left foot, left hand behind, fingers face back. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hook the elbow outside the left knee. Get tall, and then press into that knee to twist the spine. Inhale, come to center. Cross the ankles, sit up tall, just about ready to rest. But right from here, fold. Just fold right over the ankles. And then walk the arms over towards one side so you get closer, trunk gets closer to thigh, over to the other side. Back to center. Unroll the spine, switch the order of the ankles, lower right back down. Look over to one side, over to the other. Back to center. Unroll the spine. Hands to the knees. Roll the shoulders. Take the shoulders back and down. Lower the chin to the chest. Take a circle with the head. Big circle. Over to one side and back. Exhaling to the other side and down. Take one more this way. Once chin finds the chest, rotate the other way. Once the chin finds the chest, shake the head out. Bring the head to center. And we'll go ahead and just tilt the head to one side. Take a couple breaths. Roll that opposite shoulder. Clear a breath through the mouth. Bring the head to center. Tilt the other way. You can roll opposite shoulder. Clear a breath out through the mouth. And then just take the arms as far back and to the sides as you can, like you're getting ready to give somebody a big hug. This is the posture, when they're running through the field of flowers. The arms are open wide, just ready for a really big hug. And then go ahead and give yourself a really big hug. So wrap the arms around, give a nice big squeeze, deep sense of gratitude to yourself, this part of you inside of you that says, this is good for me. Go and do this practice. Go ahead and open the arms again. Get ready, run through the field. And then just go ahead and give another big squeeze, maybe alternating the position of the arms. And take the arms out. And this time we'll bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Go ahead and come all the way down to the back and rest completely. Let the arms and the limbs go. If you're leaving me now because you have to get back to work, then you're here. You might as well take a moment and just saying namaste to each other. For those that are staying in Shavasana, release the limbs. So you're lying down. I'm going to stay up here for a moment and just feel the eyes relax. Feel the muscles in the face release. Getting the body ready so that you no longer are controlling it and you're just letting it be. Just allowing the legs to let go, soften. The arms letting go, softening. As you rest in Shavasana, mentally take yourself to a beautiful place in nature. Maybe it's your favorite place or it's an imaginary place that you'd love to be. And just imagine being in that place and let yourself rest in that space. So if it's in a field of flowers, rest there. Really imagine that that is occurring at this time. If it's on the beach, feel that. Wherever you go, set the body down in that spot and then rest completely. Slowly begin to shift your awareness to the breath once again. And be aware of this tranquil state that you're in. Remembering that you created this state. It didn't just occur. You put in an active effort to be in this mental state, this physical state. And so begin to come back to a deeper breath as you wake up the body, and let the mind become just a little bit more active, but allowing it to stay just as tranquil, even as you start to move the body and as you slowly come back into thinking processes this remainder of the day. You can take the arms and reach them behind. Maybe find some length in the whole body. Bring the knees into the chest when you're ready. Find your way up to seated to seal the practice today. Once you're here, I'll bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Sealing this practice first with the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste. Thank you for being here and giving yourself some time to breathe and move and circulate. And I wish you all a beautiful day. I think I'll play the bowls just in case anybody wants to stick around and listen. And please email me at news@creativeenergyyoga.com if I don't know that you're here. So again, that's news@creativeenergyyoga.com. See y'all soon. Have a beautiful day.